Alright, hello guys, welcome back to my 2005 Toyota MR2 Spyder. Today I want to show you how I fixed the problem with the cruise control. This car currently has problem with the cruise control, and the cruise control is not working. And I have troubleshooted the problem, and I found out that there's an open circuit in the spiral wire harness. But today I'm going to show you what happened and how to troubleshoot. First of all, let me show you the condition. Alright, so I have the power on now. So this is my cruise control button stick. So normally when you press on the button, the cruise control indicator should be displayed on the meter, but right now it doesn't, because it doesn't work and because there's a problem with the circuit in the spiral wire. Alright, so let's open it up and see. First of all, we're going to remove the airbag here, so it's a good idea to remove the battery negative to disable the airbag system before we touch the airbag over here. Just a precaution. Alright, let's remove the battery negative with the 10mm wrench. Just loosen this 10mm nut and pull out and leave it on the side there. Alright. Then I'm going to use this torch bit to remove the two screws, one on this side and one on the other side, the opposite side, to remove the driver's airbag, and there's some connection. I guess we need to have the key back in ignition to keep the steering lock unlocked. Side and this side. Alright, got those two loosened. Now have to pull out the whole garnish. There. Alright, got it now. So I'll show you guys. So I had to pull this garnish to move the screw away from the airbag in order to get the airbag out. So now I have to set the screw back on. So same thing on this side. See, this screw prevents the airbag from popping out. So we just have to pull out on the garnish to push the screw away. Alright. So I need to set that screw back on. Alright, next we need to remove this airbag connector and remove the airbag away from the steering wheel. Alright, yeah, next, so we need to remove this nut and this connector. So we'll remove this connector, just push that up on the tab, locking tab here, and pull the connector toward you. See, the connector is out. Next will be the steering wheel nut. Impact gun with a 19mm socket to remove the steering wheel. All right, now you don't remove the nut out of the way yet. Just leave it close to the end there. Then you need to wiggle the steering wheel like this. Okay, so as soon as the steering wheel is loosened from the steering column, and you remove the nut and you pull out the steering wheel slowly. Okay, set the steering wheel on the side. Okay, now we can take out the key now. So then you need to get the Phillips bit. You can use impact gun, you can use your screwdriver. Remove these 2 screws for the steering cover, and one more at the bottom. Alright, so 3 screws holding the steering column cover. Then actually we can drop the steering column down like this. No, then just pop out this garnish. There, alright. So as the garnish pop out, I'm gonna pull it all the way out. Alright, leave it on the side. So this is the spiral wire, and it's moving around. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna show you. So this spiral wire harness, the connection over here will join to this connection down here. Alright, so for the cruise control circuit, it uses number 2 and number 3. So number 2 and number 3. So we're gonna do continuity of this number 1 and 2 and 3, and down 2 and 3 down here. All right. So I set my multimeter to continuity check. So I got 1. Just double check 1. 1 is good. All right. 2. Number 2. I got nothing. Number 3. See here that beep? So number 3 is good. Just another one, number 4. There's no number 4, so let's go number 5. Number 5 is good. Number 6. Number 6 is good. So, like I checked before already, I just want to show you guys again. Number 2 doesn't have continuity, where number 1 and other terminal has continuity, right? So, that's why the cruise control, according to the wiring diagram, cruise control circuit uses number 2 and number 3, and right now number 2 has an open circuit. You got nothing. So that's why I'm replacing this spiral wire harness. All right. So like I say, make sure your wheels are straight, which mine are. So now I know this is the center is straight. So now I remove this one, remove this garnish, drop it down, then lock it up so I can pull this one out of the way too. This should come up there to pop out of the way, and maybe pull this garnish out too, and put it up there, Okay, so I can take this one out of the way. All right. So I undo this connection by pushing like this connector, pushing the steering, the secondary lock this way, and pull out the connector. All right, and the other connector, locking tab here, push down the locking tab and pull the connector out. So now this one, there's a tab on the top here, metal tab, and two plastic tab, one on each side. This should be. I need to get my hook. All right, and one this side. And top. I should be able to remove my Spyder wire harness. All right. Okay, so this is the new wire, Spyder wire. So they got the lock over here just to keep the harness in the middle. Don't break this one until you set it onto the steering column. So we'll set it in and push it down to lock it in place. Yeah. Lock, and lock. Okay. So now I make this connection. Double check the circuitry. So I set up continuity on all of the terminal. Okay, plug this one in so I can check easier. So 1, okay, 2 is good. Remember 2 on the other one didn't beep, so there's a breakage inside the old one. So this one 2 is good. 3, good. 4, 4, there's no circuit, it's open over here, so there's no 4. So let's go 5. 5 is good. 6. 6 good. All right. Now put the airbag connection back on. So we got this connection, airbag connection. Make sure you push it away in, and you hear a click. I'm gonna double check a little bit tight here. Yep. All right. Now I can put the steering wheel on just to double check first before I set everything back in. Okay, feed the steering wheel through, the wire through. All right. So I guess we need to brake. We need to break this one before we set the steering wheel on. Okay, I'll pull it out for now. So make sure this one is stay in the middle. Now set the steering wheel in. This is just to double check before I put everything back together. All right, plug in that connection. Okay, now I temporarily set the battery back on and just double check that cruise control is working. All right, Alright, moment of truth. Haha. Look at that, guys. Alright, my cruise control light is on. So let's look, turn it off. Off. On. On. Off. On. Off. On. So there you go. That was a defective Spyder wire harness, and that is how to replace it. All right, so now we just have to again disconnect the battery negative, pull back the steering wheel, and put back together, which is the reverse of the removal. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now. I hope you can fix your problem if you have the same issue like mine.